Okay, let's start. So fine. So PL by SQL, okay, procedural language, okay, procedural language for SQL. And so in every database, not only Oracle, in every database you always have SQL and some programmatic flavor of language. So in other databases it may be called as PL/SQL, or it may have a different nomenclature, but every database will have a SQL as well as some programming language. Okay,
Hmm.
and then if you know, like as of now we know what is SQL. Okay, so generally like a database is made mostly for the purpose of CRUD operations, nothing more than that, just simply CRUD operations. But what is the need of PL/SQL? What is the need? So the need is, so generally like if you consider any of the enterprise application or web user interfaces or maybe mobile apps, so there is a thin layer or a thick layer between, you know, like the front end as well as back end, right? So as a database developer, we know what is table, we know what is column, what is record, everything. But for the end user, he doesn't bother about how you are maintaining your data, right? He wants the representation, the user interface. So end user always observes about user interfaces, right? So the way you represent matters, not the thing from where you pull it, right? So that's the reason we
Yes.
have lot number of user interface frameworks. So we'll concentrate only on the Oracle ERP stuff. So in the Oracle ERP, we have OAF and forms. These are the two user interfaces which are available. Another thing is also you can consider reports also, but which is a different kind of perspective. But overall,
Okay.
so overall the picture is now OAF is a Java language. Forms is a like a, I don't say it's a C language or C++, but it's kind of Oracle proprietary tool which understand the PL/SQL or SQL in a very easy manner. And reports, we
Oh,
have two things: RDF report and XML publisher report. Okay, but what
yes.
I'm telling is, so these all proprietary tools or frameworks or programming languages will have their own way of understanding the application, or the way we
Hmm.
have different way of designing the application. I mean, but database again are
Hmm.
different. So now if you consider OAF, so OAF is based on Java, and Java knows only Java, and the database
Yes.
knows only SQL plus PL/SQL. It doesn't know anything other than that, right?
Yes.
So Java cannot store data. Java is not a persistent stuff, right? I mean to say database
Yes.
database level. If you consider, Java is not for the purpose of storing data. It is a programming language for designing user interfaces. And
Yes.
database cannot be used for user interface purpose. It is only for storing data, right? So these two
Yes.
tools, we can say it is a tool. These two tools have their own purpose, right? But those two tools requires integration. Okay,
Yes.
so and one more thing is SQL. Only the plain SQL, if you consider, like only the plain SQL doesn't have programmatic flavor. So very simple thing is, when you say program, what is the difference between SQL and PL/SQL is, you cannot perform iterative operations using SQL. You cannot perform iterative operations, and you don't
Hmm.
have bulk collect or bulk fetch, whatever it is, bulk delete kind of thing. And you cannot perform
Hmm.
conditional logic. You can build it, but it becomes so complex. Okay,
Hmm.
and so SQL can be called from any language directly also. It's not that you cannot call SQL directly from OAF or nothing but Java. I can call SQL statement directly. Okay, it's not that you cannot call SQL directly, but we can call SQL as well as PL/SQL from any other framework. Why PL/SQL was introduced? Because it will have a programmatical flavor. So if you consider any programming language, what you will have? You'll have a basic variable declaration, basic data types, conditional logic, iterative logic, right?
Yes. Yes.
And what is the other thing you'll have it? Any other?
Exceptions.
Yeah, exception handling, right? So these are some of the reasons
Yes.
why a programmatic flavor is required. Okay. Now, not to get more
Okay.
into this, so let us start PL/SQL. So PL/SQL is a programming language for database, especially our Oracle database. Now,
Yes.
so every programming language will have a basic structure, right? So nothing but when you write a program, your compiler has to understand. It has to interpret what you want your system to perform. That's the reason you have to provide the instruction in a proper manner. So now the basic thing is this PLSQL will be divided into 4 blocks. Any program, whatever you write. So when I say PLSQL, it can be a procedure, it can be a function. Okay. So package a little bit different thing, but we'll understand that later. So either procedure or a function. Now
Yes.
PLSQL will be is a block-oriented programming language. We call it as block-oriented programming language.
Mm, yes.
So what exactly this
Structure.
is nothing but there are 4 blocks. One is declare block, begin, exception,
Exception.
and end. So these are 4 blocks.
And
Whenever you write any procedure or a function, always or generally this particular block should be there. Not all the things are mandatory here. So declare is mandatory,
yes.
begin is mandatory, right? Declare is not mandatory.
Declare not. Yeah. Exception is optional.
Yeah, this is mandatory. Okay, only
And
begin and
yeah,
end are mandatory. Declare and exception are not
yes.
mandatory. Okay, so
Yes.
whenever you write any program, you have to consider these particular things in the mind. So nothing but in the declared section, the purpose of declared section is each particular section have its own purpose. Declared section is for the purpose of declaring variables.
Yes.
Why do we require variables in a programming language? It is for the purpose of storing the temporary data. Nothing but when you design some logic, you require some temporary variables to hold your operations or to hold the values. I mean, right? Let
Yes.
us say you want to
Yes.
perform summation of 2 numbers. You require 2 variables to hold the value. Then only you can calculate the
Yes.
resultant. So that's how it is.
Yes.
And begin section is for the purpose of performing the business logic.
Yeah.
Okay. And exception
Hmm.
section is for the purpose of to handle the exceptions. To handle the
Yeah.
exceptions. It can
Exceptions.
be a user-defined exceptions or Oracle-defined exceptions.
Yeah.
This is for the purpose of
Yes.
to mention that end statement of your program.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes.
let us write simple program, then we can again discuss. And yeah, so these all things like a declare, begin, exception, there you can call it as keywords.
Yeah.
Okay, these are keywords.
Hmm.
And the file extension, generally in the PLSQL file extension, there are a lot number of extensions you'll come across: SQL, PKS, PKB, PRC, FNC. Okay, but anything will work. File extension generally doesn't matter in the PLSQL.
Hmm.
Okay, so easy
Okay.
to understand. As of now, we'll just start with the SQL. Yeah, so now open the connection. Okay, so what you do is now if you just see without writing any statement, if you just try to click on file and save, it doesn't show. The save is not enabled until unless you type something, it will not allow you to save it. Okay, so my practice is always whenever I write any program, I always prefer to save the file before writing anything, right? So I'll just give a space bar. Okay, now I'll
Hmm.
click on
Hmm.
file, save, right? Save, Control S,
Yeah.
save the file, click the location. Now I'll just say PLSQL prog1.sql.
One.
Okay,
Okay.
now so just now we discussed that declare is not mandatory, only begin and end are mandatory, right? I'll just start with
Okay.
begin and end. So here the keywords in PLSQL are not case sensitive, they're case insensitive.
Yes.
Case insensitive, that doesn't
Sensitive.
matter whether you write in uppercase or lowercase. Now you can observe that very easily. Okay, still
Yeah.
it will work. And one more important thing is when you write begin and end block, always
Hmm.
at least one statement is mandatory. Without writing any
Okay.
statement within the begin and end, if you try to run, let's see, how do you run it? F5 or F9, both will work.
Yeah.
So it just
Yes.
simply gives an error saying that some stuff like it will just tell you something is missing here and all those things. But the basic
And
thing
is
is, yeah,
yeah. Okay.
okay. So
Information. Yeah. Yes.
it says something is missing inside here. The basic thing is every begin and end requires at least one statement. So what I do is I can just simply
Yeah.
write null also like this, null statement. Now try F5.
Okay.
That's it. Anonymous block completed.
Oh. So at least minimum one statement to be written between the begin and end.
Yeah, why I'm saying this, because sometimes what happens is you know what is a procedure you want to write it, but you don't know how to
Yeah.
implement it. So what we do is better, like let us say you are a database developer, I'm a Java developer. I'll ask you, boss,
Hmm.
just provide me the procedure. You write your logic later,
Hmm.
but just give me a
Hmm.
procedure name and a package name. Then what do you
Hmm.
do? Simply you just create a procedure with null statement and give the procedure name to the Java developer. He will do his work and you will do your work.
Yeah.
So in those kind of scenarios, this particular thing will play a very much important role.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, when you don't know what need to be implemented, or if there is a dependency to be implemented, better write the total structure, simply write null statement and compile. That's it.
Yes.
And sometimes the
Okay.
other reason also I'll tell you. Let us say you have written some program, and
Hmm.
you just change something and it was giving compilation error, and you could not find out where it is happening. What you always do is
Okay.
better total comment that particular thing in the begin and end, just give a null statement, first compile it, and later enable line by line kind of thing.
Okay. Oh,
So
right.
many
Right.
places this will help you out. Okay, so
Yes.
now we'd like to print hello world statement first.
Hmm.
dbms underscore. That's it. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
so whenever you write dbms statement, if you want to see the output, you have to enable the dbms output from the SQL developer. Click on view, dbms output, and here once you enable, click on that, it will show this particular function, this particular space. Click on plus symbol. Now select the connection in which you are running. So I'll select the same connection name, apps test. Now run the program. Right? It printed hello world now.
Yes.
Okay. And other thing is
Yeah.
this tool is for the developer. It is not for the business user to do. Now I'm writing a program and I could see the output. But what is the use, right? In real time, what is the use of this one? See, we'll be learning those things next in a step, like a step by step kind of thing. This is just initial, right? So as a developer, we
Okay.
have to
Yeah.
understand this tool functionalities and all those things. Once you are familiar, then later on you'll be building some application which will be used in real time. Okay.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
one
Okay.
one more bug here is like if you enable this full statement, the DBMS output will not be shown. So always it should be like this.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Or maybe you can try other way. Yeah, now this is good way. Okay. Can you see?
Yeah.
Try this. Okay. Now we just discussed about begin and end, right? So begin is for the purpose of beginning of your program, end is for the purpose of end of your program. Simple. Now we'll design one more program. Click on file
Hmm.
and does it show new? Yeah, new. Right? And here it is asking SQL file. Select SQL file. And here it always where just always observe where you're saving. By default it may take some location, no, but you better prefer to save some set of files in your in appropriate location so that you can always refer to them properly.
Yeah.
So here this is the other way we'll just declare some
Okay.
we'll design some program to perform the summation of two numbers. I'm starting from basic. Okay, so I'll just start with the
Yeah.
basic kind of examples. Declare.
Hmm.
So the requirement is always write your requirement also. What is the requirement?
Okay. Summation of two
Summation
numbers.
of two numbers
Yeah.
and display the value using third variable.
Third variable. Yes.
Okay, and
Yeah.
this particular two hyphens is for the purpose of comment,
Commenting.
single line
Yes.
comment.
Yeah.
Declare begin end. Now
Hmm.
we require l underscore a number, and at a time you can declare only one variable. This is another drawback in PLSQL. Unlike Java or C plus C language, you cannot declare multiple variables in a single line. I mean to say it's not about
Yes.
line. I mean to say at a time you can declare only one variable. Now I can within a single line I can do it. What I'm saying is you cannot do like this. L underscore a comma L underscore b comma L underscore c comma. Like this, you cannot do it. This will not work in Java in the PLSQL. This is
In
C language
PLSQL, yeah.
syntax. The C language or Java
Yeah.
syntax.
Yes.
And another thing is one more important thing. So in the C language or Java, your data types comes first. Your data type comes first there, like here, the C or Java.
In C and
Yeah.
yeah, the
So
data
but
type comes first.
in PLSQL it is opposite.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is L? L means local variable. Some
Yeah.
developers prefer to use v underscore variable, v underscore c like this. It's just a
Mhm.
naming convention. It all depends upon your. So whenever in a project, what happens is like you need to follow your project guidelines, and that project guidelines either will be preferred by client or your senior consultants or your senior developers. They'll design some
Okay.
project guideline document. They'll mention, okay, when you design a program, this follow these instructions. That's it. Because the reason is, if your code is uniform, it will be it will be easy to understand for other developers. That is the only reason.
Yes. Yes.
Let us say if you declare a underscore l underscore something, it
Hmm.
takes for time for me to understand, right? But if I just mention, oh, v underscore c means like a variable, and some developers prefer to mention like this also, like a local variable and the variable name followed by data type, like this. Very easy to understand. Local variable
Yeah.
is a local variable, and the variable name is a, and data type is number.
Yes.
So there are number of conventions which are generally followed. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
now I'll declare variable l underscore a underscore number.
Plus.
Sorry. And colon equal to is for the assignment. Again, one more difference
Yeah.
from the normal programming language. It is colon equal to is the assignment operation here.
Yes.
Semicolon is
Assignment
the
operator.
end of your statement.
Yes.
L underscore b underscore number colon equal to 20. Now
20
v underscore c colon equal to l underscore a underscore number.
plus L underscore A B underscore num.
Yeah,
That's it.
like this.
Now we are
Yeah.
printing. DBMS output dot one underscore line of sum of two numbers.
Okay. This is a piping
Yes.
symbol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's it. Sum of two number is 30.
30. Yeah. Absolutely right.
Okay. And
Yes.
so any programming language, the first thing is like we just discussed about the structure of your program, right? We discussed structure
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then the data types. So there are a lot number of data types. The basic data types are number, varchar, or
Varchar.
maybe char,
Yeah.
boolean,
Boolean.
and date. Okay.
Data.
And number
Yes.
and varchar and date are the frequently used stuff. Okay. We have to have a very much
Yes.
clarity on this particular stuff.
Yes.
Let us design one more program. Okay. Which will
Mm.
declare
Mm.
which will try to declare all the data types.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can,
Mm.
for creating a new file, there are different way also. Right click here and click on Open SQL Worksheet. We'll
Yes.
create a new worksheet. Save. It
Yes.
doesn't show save by default. Use spacebar. Now click on save. Click
Yes.
program.
Block the D.
Declare begin end. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
L underscore a underscore number. And if you want to declare some value during initialization itself, also you can do it. You do it. Colon equal to like this. You can do it.
Okay.
L underscore b underscore char. Where char
Tab.
to
True.
you have to mention the size also. What is the width?
Yeah, for varchar you have to take the bracket like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And L underscore c
100
underscore
words.
date.
Date. Date.
I can just mention today's date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
L underscore d underscore boolean.
Boolean. We can mention Boolean.
Okay.
True or false. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's print. We just declared some variables and we assign the values also, right? So if you want to print the values,
Yeah.
what you can do, you have to use dbms output.
Yes.
And you know what is dbms underscore output is?
To print the data.
Now, what is dbms output? Is a package, function, what it is?
It is a package.
Yeah, so dbms output is a package,
Yes.
and put underscore line is a procedure.
Procedure.
Okay. Anyway, we'll discuss that sometime later. Yeah.
Okay. What? No. Cap. Cap.
Okay.
Yes.
We got all the things, but Boolean we have not yet displayed, right?
Yes.
Okay. Here comes the important part. Observe here. Okay.
Okay. Continue.
Will this work?
Mm-hmm.
So what it is saying? Compilation error, right?
Usually, yes.
So the Boolean you cannot print it. So if you want to do
Yes.
what you can do, it's only for comparison.
Yes.
So
If
if
Boolean.
Boolean and this say if let you can just print whatever you want. True, right?
Yeah.
If
Else.
if then else
Else.
and
Yeah.
if
And if DBM is false.
like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes.
So now here just printed true because the value of the Boolean what we mentioned was true.
True. And one more thing, the sysdate which you have taken along with the timestamp is coming, right? In the time and second.
Yeah. So what is the reason why it is coming?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Remember, right? Forgot NLS.
No, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, NLS. Yeah, here
Remember?
HHMI,
SS.
HHMISS, right? Okay, yeah.
If I remove that and if you try to run, it will print
Yeah,
only
now it
date.
only sysdate, yes.
Okay, that's the difference. And you can declare one more variable also. Other thing is L underscore E underscore TS timestamp.
Okay,
This is
sysdate,
this
sys
is
timestamp.
used. This particular timestamp is used when you want to consider time zone into consideration also. This is quite tricky part actually. Time zone, like a.
Hmm.
Okay, let me finish this.
Okay.
L underscore E underscore. Okay. And
Yeah, it's coming now.
the difference between earlier
Oh,
and this one is it will print time, hours, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds, and also it will print time zone. Actually, it is not printing here, but
oh,
generally it will consider time zone also.
okay,
When you want milliseconds, you have to consider timestamp.
okay.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Any doubts so far, or okay?
Sys timestamp, right? That's what. Okay, right. Got it.
And here, whatever we are writing now, these are called anonymous block. Observe here, whenever you're compiling it, it is telling it as anonymous block. Okay.
Unnamed blocks.
Yes. So anonymous block
Yeah.
is also called as unnamed block because
Yes.
whatever the program which we created is not stored in database. That
Database.
is why it is called unnamed block. If your program is
Yes.
getting stored in database, it is called named block. And also
Yes.
if you're aware,
Hmm.
procedure and function, we call them as stored programs.
Yeah. Stored programs.
Why?
Stored
Because
procedures.
stored programs. When you,
Okay.
okay. So why it is called stored program? Because whatever the program which you write that gets stored in
Hmm.
database. That's the reason it is called stored program.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Why it was
Hmm.
implemented in that manner means because that's how they have designed. We don't know why, what is the reason. So because it depends upon the runtime environment how they design. Another thing, if you consider now, let us say as just now we wrote a SQL like a .SQL program, and when you
Hmm.
press F5, right? When we press F5, automatically it compiled and it gave result. It compiled
Yes.
plus executed also. Compilation and execution were done in a single point of time.
Yes. Yes.
If it is a Java program, what you have to do? First of all, you have to perform Java C, and then you have to perform .java, right? I mean to
Dot
say, like,
Java.
you have to,
Yes.
Java C will give you .class file, and this Java takes .class file and provide output, right? This is a
Yes.
compilation
To.
and this is execution.
Yeah.
Okay, but when you write in your
Yes.
anonymous block, compilation and execution will be done at a single point of time. And this anonymous block is only for the purpose during a design time. Actual in real time requirement, you will not create. You will not. And I don't say you will not, but generally, it is a very rare case. Okay,
Okay.
but we have to have much clarity on this anonymous block, because during a production support or during design time, this is
Mm.
frequently we use it. This particular thing we use frequently. And other thing is like when you're in a production support or during implementation projects, what happens is sometimes you raise a SR. Do you know what is SR?
No.
Support request.
Okay. Support request.
Or
Okay.
Oracle SR, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oracle, we generally
But
call it as
the
support request. We generally also call it as Metalink.
Metalink. Yeah. Metalink. I know.
This is what Metalink is. Support.oracle,
Okay.
right?
Support.oracle.com. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Sometimes Oracle provides you data fix
To
in
va-
in anonymous
Mhm.
block concept. In anonymous block. Why? Because the whatever the data fix which they provide, it doesn't need to be stored in database, right? Once your
Okay.
fix is done, there's no need to store the object in your database, right? That is the reason some of the
Yeah.
fixes they'll provide it as anonymous block only. They'll not give you procedure or function kind of thing.
Yeah. Like what I think when I write procedure sometime, anytime, like if I try to validate the data, first we will write in declare begin end.
Hmm.
Then after validating the data, we will put in the procedure.
Yeah,
So once the
obvious.
procedure and package,
Correct. That's correct. That's how we generally do it. Yeah,
we do it. That is anonymous block to the named block. We will put the data.
correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
And other thing also I'll show you. So
Hmm.
now we know the tools which we use for the Oracle SQL or PLSQL, right? Either Toad or SQL Developer.
SQL developer. Yes.
Now there is another tool which was old tool actually. We generally it is was SQL plus star. SQL plus star it's called, or SQL star plus. Sorry, it is SQL star plus. It is called as.
Yeah. SQL star plus.
Okay, and I'll just go to
Yes.
command prompt, or maybe I'll just type here SQL plus W. Can you see
Yes.
the
We can
command?
apps and that.
Yeah, the command is this one,
Yeah.
SQL
SQL
plus.
plus W. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes. No
this
issues.
also we use it sometimes. Sometimes we prefer to use this
Yes.
particular thing also. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. The same
Yes.
same thing. Everything is same. Just you can use like ED, right? EDA a.SQL.
Okay.
Everything is same again.
Everything is same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Control. Yeah. We have to save the file. We have to close the file. Then you have to press the forward slash. The output will be coming.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
We need to mention server output on.
Set server on. Yeah. In this you have to mention that one.
Okay. So this is another way. Like
Yeah.
even SQL star plus. Sometimes you will be using SQL star plus also. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It's not that this won't be used. Some developers even prefer this also in some of the scenarios.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways. So we know just now we discussed about the variable declarations, right? And the other thing is like
Hmm.
we can get into the condition logic as well as the loops.
Yes.
Okay. We'll just start with
Yes.
the conditional logic. So conditional logic is nothing but like when you have a requirement, where like you want to perform different logics based on your input operation, right? Or simple example I can tell you is very simple example which you would have already come across. Assume that your sales order is okay, or maybe purchase order, whatever
Hmm.
order is. If your sales order is 1,000 rupees or maybe greater than 1,000, if your sales
Hmm.
order is greater than or equal to 1,000, you want to give 10% discount to your customer. And if it is greater than 500 and less than 1,000, you want to give 5% discount. Okay.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
anyone less than, better always have a clarity here whether you want to consider greater than, equal to, or greater than, something like this. Okay, always have a clarity.
Okay.
And if it is less than
Okay.
500, you want to give 2.5 discount. So nothing but 2.5 you want to give to anyone who is having less than 500.
500. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now here to
Yes.
perform this logic we require if condition. So now the thing is
Yeah.
the final sales order value which your customer has to pay depends upon the discount which he gets, right? So now we just need to design
Yes.
a program which takes the sales order value as input, and you have to provide the final amount. Nothing but as of now we are
Yeah.
just printing it, right? We are not actually passing the value to another program. We are just simply printing it, okay? But later on what you do is when you design a program, you have to pass this particular output to another calling program also. Okay.
Okay.
But as of now we'll just try to print everything. So computation of sales order, discount, whatever it is, declare, begin, end. And always have a
And
clarity on your, and save the file also first. Now the first thing is local variable sales order number,
sales
but the
number.
data type, sales order, sorry, discount number, number data
Number.
type, and I'll just say sales order f underscore number, sales order final amount I mean to say. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
uh, I'll just say value is equal to 599 is my sales order stuff, and now I need to calculate the discount as per our logic, the business logic which was implemented, I mean which was mentioned.
Oh.
Sales order number is
Then
greater than or equal to 1,000.
1,000.
Then so here the problem is little bit difference in the syntax between your Java and PLSQL, or maybe C++ also. You have to use then also. You need to mention then also, and then end if.
Yeah.
End if is mandatory here. Okay.
Yes.
So what is the discount amount? Discount number. It will be 10%, right? 10.
Yes. 10%.
Else ELSIF. Okay. If you want to come, if you have some more conditions, we have to use ELSIF. Else if.
Else if we have to use yes.
Okay.
If you're having only two conditions, you have to use if
Else.
and if else. That
Yeah. Right. If it is greater than or equal to 500,
yeah.
and if n underscore SO number is less than 1,000, then
1,000.
L underscore
Disk number is equal to 5%.
5%. Now
Yeah.
else there is no difference between a float and integer in the database. Okay. In other programming language, if
Yes.
we consider C language, you have int and float separate declaration, but here it is not like that. Just a symbol.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Integer 2 and float is 4, right? In Java.
Come again.
No, no, continue. Yeah, I was saying like in integer we will calculate two numbers, and for float four, maybe, if I'm not wrong.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
So generally, like in this one, when you, let us say as a developer, when you forget to mention something, if you just, let us say if I just don't mention, it will simply give a red color underscore line underline. Can you see?
Yeah, it's giving.
Okay. Now just say I'll give semicolon. It went off, right? So this is quite
Yeah,
intelligent tool. This is not that much intelligent, but little bit intelligent actually. Okay. And let us
but
say,
the
yeah.
SQL one, sorry to interrupt you, but the SQL developer tool which I use, it doesn't show anything like that to me.
No, it generally shows maybe if I am not sure. I don't. It will come by default. Like there are chances you may would have disabled, but if you don't disable it, it will come automatically.
Okay, okay. Oracle formatting.
Not formatting. Somewhere you'll
Mm,
have an option actually. Syntax highlighter.
okay,
There's something called syntax highlighter. In the code it will be there, but here syntax color, syntax highlighter, something will be there.
okay. I think the SQL which I am using is the basic version. You are using the some advanced version maybe.
No, no, no. It's very
Developer.
old. The one which I'm using is,
Abhi
yeah. Can you see? SQL PLSQL
hmm.
syntax errors, which is a red color, right? Wavy
Under
underline,
syntax. Oh,
wavy underscore
yes,
line,
yes. Okay,
right?
okay,
Maybe if
right. Sure. I will see that.
so this is how it looks like.
Yes, yes.
This is quite okay, I think. 2 pixel separator.
Yeah,
This is good.
good. Yeah,
Okay.
it's somewhat dark. Yeah,
Hmm.
got it.
Now, as of now, we just got calculated out the discount. So I'll just say dbms underscore output underscore line discount percentage l underscore ds underscore number. Right. So there is some mistake, and it will tell you what is the line number.
13
Yeah,
and
13.
16.
Yeah, I think di is number, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, we have given the yeah. No, absolutely right.
Okay. Discount is 5%. Now the next,
5%.
then we have to calculate the final amount, right? So the final amount
Yeah.
will be the total the your amount minus what is the amount? Sales order number
Number minus.
minus L underscore discount number by 100. Okay.
Here we have mentioned one thing.
Yeah.
Same line. LS is equal to. Yeah, correct, correct. No, yeah,
Yeah.
into right. Yes. F5. Final amount. Final sales order amount. That we have to call.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
17. Uh, I think
yeah. Here sales order. I think
num one. Only num.
no, it gave 2 times.
Oh, yeah, 2 times it came. Yeah, now
Okay.
it's coming.
Now
Yes.
569 is 569.05.
Five. Yeah.
Okay, and if you want to round or something like that, you can use it. Seal or floor. There are some functions, right? Mathematical functions. You can
Yes.
use that. Seal or floor, rounding, whatever it is.
Yes.
Okay, this is a conditional logic. So now here, whether you want to use just if or just if or maybe else if, then you have to follow this particular syntax.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
this is a conditional logic.
Yeah.
Now, other thing is the loops. So loops, we know the basic concept is loop is nothing but performing some particular logic iteratively. Performing logic iteratively.
Okay.
So whenever you have a loop, always it is preferable. You always need to consider when is the conditional stuff, nothing but which is the entry condition or which is the exit condition. At least one should be there,
Yes.
else your program will work, you will run indefinitely and it will lead to system issue. So in
Hmm.
Oracle database, we have 3 types of loops. One we call it as basic loop, one is called while loop, and another one is for loop. Okay. And performance
Yeah.
wise you don't find much difference. So performance wise, like it is very rare thing you'll come across some difference. Okay. So general, the preferred one is always for loop for any developer. The reason is for will have very easy to understand. It will clearly mention the incremental and the exit condition. It doesn't need to bother about when is the exit condition in the for loop. But if you consider the basic loop,
Yeah.
you have to explicitly mention it. And the while loop, you need to have the explicit entry and exit condition also. That's a little bit thing you have to consider.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with the basic loop.
Hmm.
And but all loops are required generally in the real time. You will come across all loops. Sometimes we prefer to have a basic loop. Without that, we could not even design a program. That is how it will be.
Yes. Yes.
So declare, begin, and okay.
Hmm.
The basic loop syntax is very simple. Loop, end loop. That's it. And one more important requirement is you need to mention exit condition. Okay, and we just let us declare one temporary variable. I'll just say iterator underscore number. Okay, and max number. So this one I'll just declare it as 5, and iterator number initial I'll declare it as 0. And what I do, db minus underscore output dot put underscore line. One minute. Iteration l underscore id underscore number l underscore id underscore number is equal to, I can also mention like this,
Hmm.
colon.
Hmm.
No, I forgot. What is that? Okay, fine.
Number
Okay.
plus 1. Yeah.
And exit,
Decrementing 1.
you need to make sure that you have to have exit condition. Exit when l underscore id underscore number is greater than l underscore max number.
1. Excellent.
Okay, that's it.
Yes.
So the only thing is this is called exit condition loop. Exit condition loop. Why? Because entry you don't have condition at all. Entry is simply enter, but exit is a condition.
Yes.
And
Excellent.
how many times?
Exit.
Yeah, how many times it will print? Until it reaches 5. After reaching 5,
Yeah.
it will come out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Basic
For the
loop.
same. Okay. Yeah. Basic loop. Yeah.
Now I'll write the same program using this other loop.
O- Okay.
Everything will be same. Only thing is the condition whatever you mention, you'll mention in the entry.
Yes.
That is the while loop syntax. Let's see. So you'll not have any exit condition. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll remove this, and here I'll just mention it as while loop, and then while iteration number, and
Maximum.
also one more thing, iteration number reassigned to 0.
Yeah.
If this is less than, observe here, if it is less than, here I mention less than. Okay, or let's try. Until unless it reaches 4. Till 4 it was true. Once it reached 5, 5 was not less than 5. That's the reason it came out.
Yes.
With
Hmm.
a basic loop, and that's the other one. Observe carefully here. Now in the first statement it printed 5. In the next statement it printed only till 4. It all depends upon how you mention your condition. It is whether greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than or equal to. That everything matters. You have to carefully design your program in these kind of things. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Now finally our very interesting loop. So I don't need all this stuff actually for this one. Okay. Directly also we can do it, but better we will mention the maximum condition. And for loop, what we do is for I is equal to 0. I am something wrong. I forgot the syntax. For I in 1 to, and Sorry,
Yeah, far. Yeah.
this
Correct.
is,
Writing correct only.
I was writing Java initially, but now okay, I remember. I generally write Java right sometimes, so I'll just feel confusion between that.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's it. Now it will print the values from 1 to 5 in the for
One
loop.
to five. Yeah.
So in
For loop. Yes.
the advantage of the for loop is it doesn't need declaration of variable, and it is auto
Yes.
incremented, and it is a entry
Yes.
condition. For loop is a entry condition because in the entry, if the condition is satisfied, then only it will print, right? Else it will not print.
Yes. It will print. Yeah.
Okay, this is how we use loops.
Yeah.
And of course, again, we have to use will be using loops in our programs when we design the procedures or a function.
Yes.
Okay. So as of now,
Hmm.
just this is a concept of your anonymous block, if condition,
Yes.
conditional logic, and as well as loops. So the next topic,
Hmm.
next session, what we do is we'll try to work on procedures.
Okay. And one thing, I want to ask you regarding SQL,
Uh-huh.
how to write the clauses in clause select clause, where clause, and from select from where clause
Uh-huh.
subqueries.
Yeah.
Like how we are writing the subqueries in those clauses, select and from where and where.
1 minute. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Assume that you want to write a query. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
The requirement is to display all the list of employees. Okay. Who belong to
Hmm.
who belong to a department 30. Uh,
Okay.
Now there are different ways of writing a query. Select start from EMP, where dptNO in select dptNO from EMP. Sorry. Select all the employees where assume that there is a location. Okay. Now here. Okay. So wherever the location is, wherever the location of department number is New York or Dallas, you want to get those employees. Okay. Where
Hmm.
location in New York and Dallas. Now this is my query which will give me department number. Now what I want to do is I just want to display those employees who belong to those particular department stuff. Okay. Now what I'll do is, so I'll just write inner query here. I would have used the normal join, but just want to showcase how I can use the inner query. Now what I'll do, where department number in select department number from here, right? Correct.
Hmm.
That's it. So this is usage of a clause in the where condition, but you can
Yeah.
also use the same condition in the select clause also.
Okay.
Now what I can
Yeah.
do, yeah. One more thing, why do we use the clause in the select query? Because it could be that you would have written some function to get the value, or it could be that
Hmm.
if you join the particular table with your from clause, there's a chance that it is maybe it could be complexity, or it could be there could be number of reasons. Okay. Now let us say, now
Hmm.
I'd like to display department name simply. I
Hmm.
just want to display department name, but I don't want to join it. Okay. I don't want to join, but using the clauses, how can I do it, right? Now I'll just say
Hmm.
empe. When you're using multiple stuff, multiple tables always have to have a table alias, a name.
Yes.
So this is okay as of now. Now, but I want to display department name, right? So what I'll do is I'll simply mention select d dot d name from department d, where d dot department number is equal to d dot department number. That's it, right? Now I doesn't need to bother about which join I have to use it, right? If it is there, it will display. If it is not there, it will not display. That's it.
Okay.
Now here, yeah. So the developers who like have a confusion about joins, this is the best thing to use it, right? Now here, if you see, it doesn't bother about whether what join I'm using, right? So it is concentration is on employee
Hmm.
data. If your employee is having a department,
Hmm.
get the department. Else, simply ignore that. That's it. If you call it as a join
Okay.
concept, it is a left join. Left. You generally call it left outer join. But I am not using any joins here. I'm using inner clause,
Yeah.
inner query.
Okay.
So this is how we can use this one. And
Okay.
other thing is
Like
also there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Continue. Sorry. Sorry.
The thing is, yeah, maybe let us say we would like to use, like a from clause, right? From clause. So now,
Yeah.
re- generally, sometimes you may have so in SQL. So let us say assume that you want to list down the top three employees based on a salary. Requirement is to employees, display top three employees based on salary. How can you do it?
Display top 3 employees based on salary.
Yeah.
Hmm.
First thing is leave about top three, but leave about just top three. So get all the employees based on salary. That is the first basic thing, right? Select
Yes.
start from EMP, order by sal, right? It is getting all the employees
Yes.
based on salary, but descending. Get the salary based on descending. But now it is giving you all the 14, right? 14 or maybe 12, whatever it is. It is giving you all 14.
Yes.
But requirement is to get only the first top three. I don't want all 14. What I
Yeah.
can do? Observe here. Select start from using a subquery in from clause, right? Where row num less than 4. That's it.
Yeah.
This is one of the way where
So
you
the
can write logic to get the top three employees.
top three.
Now you can use your
Okay.
select query inside select, inside from, inside where also.
Okay. Got an idea, but need to work on this, right? Then only we'll get some
Obvious.
practice. Practice.
It is all
Yeah.
based on the requirement and practice.
Like like you have said, you having some PPTs and to be shared. Like you having any some stuff to be practiced. What could some questions like that? I was asking.
Yeah, see, the best thing is like when we come across some report, then you will get more idea. So once what we can do is maybe I'll try
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
think of some few reports. Okay, in that like we'll come across all this stuff.
Okay, then that will be very great.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, nice. Thank you.
Yep. Okay.
Same tomorrow 9:30.